Hi, Karan.
Hi.
Karan, my favorite was Vicky and Kiara after Sid and
Right.
Varun. But I want to know from you, what was the best moment from this episode for you? What was the highlight
I'm telling
apart
you
from
from
the
the fact
age?
that,
About
well,
apart
actually, it
from
was
that
rather
age.
sweet hearing about Kiara's proposal story. I thought it was like quite sweet when she spoke about how Sid proposed to her in Rome. And of course, I knew that had happened. But it's like, what I love is when people actually drop their guard and share bits of their, personal life that, that, that no one else would like know about, or no other show or interview would have access to. I thought that was sweet. And I just thought Vicky was like wonderful throughout. Like he has such an easy personality on camera. Like he's just so himself all the time. I feel like that's how he comes across when he puts up a Punjabi rap video, or when he gives an unabashedly brilliant performance in Sam Bahadur and everything that he's done. Kiara has such a gorgeous, real energy. I just thought like so much of that episode was so lovely. There are few episodes that keep you smiling throughout, and that was one of them.
Hi, Karan sir. My question to you is: you had revealed, in one of the episodes that there was a period of time when you were not on talking terms with Karina and
Yeah.
Kajol. I mean, a little bit of that is also mentioned in your book.
Yeah.
But for those who do not know, do you want to say a little more about that? And do you think that period has strengthened your bond with them?
I mean, absolutely. They're not well. With time, you realize that the relationships go through ups and downs. Um, I never want to go back to the time when we weren't speaking, because those are times that I feel I lost out on precious time with two women I absolutely love. I'm just glad that today we are even stronger as friends, as family. And in fact, it's bizarre because when I speak about, I never thought that Karina and I would have children at the absolute same time. Like it, I always wondered because I was an older parent. Like when I had my kids, I was 44 years old. And I kept thinking in my heart that, I'm going to obviously be the oldest person in a PTA meeting, on a WhatsApp group, or in a birthday party. And that's so far from the truth, because Karina had Temur at 2 months prior to Yash and Ruhi's birth, and Rani had Adira a year before. And I was like, these are two of my closest friends, and they both actually, have kids around the same age. And if you see Kajal with my kids, it's like she's becomes one of them. And I'm just so glad that I have this support system of all these friends, because when you're a single parent, you have to know one thing, that you do need, barring the fact that I'm eternally grateful to the universe for my mother and how she co-parents Yash and Rui with me. But I'm also very grateful for my friends, because they're all there. They're all there with all their hearts. And so even though we went through a phase, I'm just glad that we are even stronger today. And I think what doesn't break you makes you stronger.
Hi,
Thank you for
Karan.
that beautiful question. After you, there is a girl with the with her hand up for a while. Yes, ma'am. You. Yes. Would you just raise, just stand up so that they can give you a mic later? That's okay, ma'am. We'll come to you after. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Ankita. Please go ahead.
Hi, Karan.
Hi.
Karan, this season was special because you brought up a topic which nobody thought a pop culture show like this would bring up. That's anxiety.
Yeah.
And not just about anxiety, you spoke about your battle with it, how you dealt with it. What prompted you to actually come out and speak about it at such a big platform? And post you have done so, what's the impact you have seen? How have people taken it in court?
So I think that what happened on that episode was organic. It wasn't planned. If you know and have followed the seasons, a lot of it is unplanned. A lot of the conversation is just flows. Um, I felt at that point of time when I saw that beautiful video of Deepika and Ranveer's, I felt like, apart from the fact that you talk about your loneliness, but you also, because Deepika has expressed herself in the public domain about her depression and the fact that she has um, even a foundation, that deals with it with such absolute brilliance. I had to say that it was something that I felt like I needed to share, because I feel like a lot of us in the in as public figures, uh, you go through things, and I feel if you touch on those topics, you're empowering many others to also speak about it. And I feel like I have been through in 2016 a phase where I discovered I was going through anxiety, then you get better, and then it does come back again sometimes, and it came back again for me at the beginning of this year. And you, what you do is you address it, and you have to. The first thing is you acknowledge it, and then you address it. All of us can go through. We are can all have what happens to me or what happens to anybody else can happen to anybody. It can happen, and it doesn't mean you need a trigger. Sometimes it's a result of many things. Sometimes there is a trigger. But when I spoke about my anxiety, it was also to share a part of my life that really exists, and it's a part that exists today as well. And while I speak, I have absolutely no fear in saying that I'm on medication, and I feel much better today because I've seeked the help. And I think we need to. Sometimes you feel that you can speak to a family member, and you can speak to a close friend, and maybe that is therapy in itself. But there are professionals who can actually guide you where sometimes your loved ones can't. And not because they're not capable or don't want to. It's sometimes that's just not their, there's not their, they've not been educated in that zone to tell you what to do. And that's where formal education in that field can truly help you and guide you. And you need professional assistance, you need to go there. And for that, the only thing I tell people is acknowledge it first. Acknowledge it to yourself, and you make sure that family members also are aware, and then you take that step that you have to.